So I call this exercise the shoulder protraction press. So what we got here is I got a band about chest height. If you got a loop band like this one, I'm going to put my arm inside it. If you got a handle, it can just go outside the arm here. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to brace the core a little bit because I'm going to be pressing out. I don't want to lean back. I got my thumb up. I want to get my shoulders first away from my ears. I don't want to squeeze them back. I just want to get them away from my ears. And then I'm going to press out, thumb down. So in this position, the band is kind of pulling back against me. So that's a press there. And then I want to add what's called protraction, is where I get my fist just a little bit further. Okay? So I'm going to come here, press away. Kind of first step is just playing with this awareness of I can protract or push the shoulder blade forward, and I can squeeze the shoulder blade back, and that's independent of my elbow motion. So a lot of times people, as they go to squeeze their shoulder blade back, they'll start to bend. They have to straighten their elbow to get here. And then the other thing we see is that as we press out, we tend to get this rotation of the palm down and the shoulder rises towards the ear. We do not want that. So we want to keep the shoulder away from the ear the whole time. First, just starting with this protraction back and forth. Once you get a feel of that, we're going to make it dynamic. We're back here, my shoulder blade is being pulled back by the band. I'm going to do like a chest press and finish with that extra little bit of protraction. Okay? If you're starting to feel this in your neck, it means you're using your neck muscles to do this and not your shoulder blade muscles. And so kind of reset, get the shoulders away from the ears, and try again. Okay? If you get that down, this kind of pressing motion, then we're going to start to bring the arm across the body. A lot of times folks with shoulder pain have a lot of pain reaching across. One of the reasons that can be is that the shoulder blade has to move forward and across. If I squeeze my shoulder blade back, my ability to reach across the body is much more limited. We need a fluid movement of the shoulder blade on the rib cage. And so this protraction is step one. That gets the shoulder blade kind of moving around the rib cage, and then I'm going to pair that into a reach across the body. Okay? So what that's going to look like is I'm going to set up the same way. I'm going to press out, reach, and then I'm going to reach across the body here. And then I'm going to come back. So I'm first splitting this into several parts. What I want to feel as I come here, again, shoulders still far from the ear. I might feel a little work here. You might feel a stretch between the spine and the shoulder blade, so kind of center just off to the side of the back. That can be the rib joints actually opening up a little bit. That can feel really good. So here, protraction, reach. If you start to get a hang of this, we can start to get it into one motion, but I really want to get that full shoulder blade motion. I don't just want to do this. Okay? So what we're training here is the ability of the scapula to move. So this is obviously an exaggerated position. You know, if I'm reaching something over here, I'm not going to do that around, but the hope is that as we train this shoulder blade motion, some strength and awareness of muscles called the serratus anterior and a few others, we're training some rotational stability of the shoulder. That'll allow whatever pain you're having to calm down, and then we can kind of come back to reaching across the body, and we'll maintain at least some of those movement mechanics. So let's say you have some pain reaching right across the body. Try some of this exercise, see if you get it to feel not painful, maybe like some work, maybe a little stretch. And then to reach across the body, I'm going to again exaggerate the change I want. So I'm going to reach forward. I'm going to try and maintain that position and then just kind of bend my elbow. And now my elbow is bent. I'm going to try to get that elbow even more forward and across. So I'm kind of moving from that elbow and shoulder blade there. So it's the same mechanics as if my arm is straight. I'm just having that elbow bent. Okay? So give that a shot. This is a great both strengthening and movement awareness drill when you're having some problems in the shoulder, especially reaching across the body.